Now it's time to add the square of half of the coefficient of bx over a to both sides of our equation. Now, remember I told you in mathematics, you can do whatever you want to do on either side of any equation as long as the operation you are doing is balanced. So whatever you are doing on one side must be exactly the same as what you're going to be doing on the other side. So if you're adding +2 here, you add +2 there. If you're subtracting 2 from here, you're going to subtracting 2 from here. But in this case, we are introducing half of the square of the coefficient of bx over a. Now listen, what is half? Half in math means 1 over 2. So what is half? 1 over 2. So when we are saying half of the coefficient, the square of half of the coefficient, hold on. First of all, what is half of the coefficient of what? Of x. The coefficient of x there is b over a. I've told you the coefficient of any letter is just that fraction or that number that is standing with that letter. In this case, the letter we're talking about is x, and the b over a, which is a fraction, is now the coefficient of x. So if you want to look for half of b over a, that is very simple. 1 over 2 times b over a is going to give you b over 2a, because 1 times b is going to give you b, and 2 times a is going to give you 2a. So eventually you're going to be having b over 2a. Now that b over 2a is now half of the coefficient of x. But then I said add the square of half of the coefficient of x to both sides. So now we are having b over 2a as half of the coefficient of x. So now the square of b over 2a will now be what? b over 2a squared. So now let's add that to both sides of our equation. Now our next mathematical statement will now be what? X squared plus bx over a plus open brackets b over 2a all squared is equal to, remember, on this side of your equation you're having minus c over a standing there alone before. So now you now add plus, then you have in brackets b over 2a all squared. Aha! Now you've arrived at the next step of this particular breakdown.